For example, here we have a number called 22. This is a numerical value, right? So you need to convert this firstly into a binary value. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This channel, Aware Science, is all about trying to learn various concepts of data science by practicing a lot of questions. In this video, we are going to solve this question on Leetcode regarding bitwise user permissions analysis. The difficulty level of this question is medium. I'm going to share the SQL schema as well as the Pandas schema in the description box below. Okay, the question reads, we are given a table called user permissions with two different columns, user ID and permissions. User ID is the primary key. Each row of this table contains the user ID and their permissions encoded as an integer. Consider that each bit in the permissions integer represents a different access level or feature that a user has. We are asked to write a solution to calculate the following. Common permissions, the access level granted to all users. This is computed using bitwise AND operation on the permissions column. Any permissions, the access level granted to any user. This is computed using bitwise OR operation on the permissions column. Order of the result does not matter. Okay, so go through the example. Here we have four different user IDs and different permissions, and we need to calculate, okay, out of this, what is the common permissions as well as the any permissions. So basically what we need to do is we need to convert. So these are numeric values, right? 5, 12, 7 and 3. You need to convert it into binary first, then do a AND operation as well as OR operation, and the AND operation will give you the common permissions, and OR operation is going to give you the any permission, and that is how you get these values. So to solve this question, the first thing that we should know about is what is bitwise AND and bitwise OR operations and how do we calculate it. So let me switch to Excel and try to show you exactly what is happening. So for example, here we have a number called 22. This is a numerical value, right? So you need to convert this firstly into a binary value. So this is the binary representation of 22. How? Because if you convert it back to numeric system, how do you do that? So you start from the right end and go towards left and do a multiplication of 2 to the power. So 0 multiplied by 2 to the power of 0 plus 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 1 plus 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 2 plus 0 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3 and so on, right? So this is what we have. And if you do this, it is basically 0. So since this is multiplied by 0 plus 2 plus 4 plus 0 plus 16 comes out to be 22. So I have another same stuff for 93 as well. And what does bitwise AND does and bitwise OR does? So if I go ahead and do bitwise AND between 22 and 93, so basically if I just copy this and okay, so now this is 22. Why? Because even if you have 2 to the powers of 5 and 6 here, it is multiplied by 0, so it will still come out to be 22, right? So now what you do is AND is it does bit by bit. So 0 and 1 is 0, 1 and 0 is 0, 1 and 1 is 1, 0 and 1 is 0, 1 and 1 is 1, then 0, 0 is 0, and 0, 1 is 0. So now if you try to convert it back, so 0 multiplied by 2 to the power 0, right? So if you do this, it is 0. 0 multiplied by 2 to the power win is again 0. And then 1 multiplied by 2 to the power 2 is 4. Then 0 multiplied by 2 to the power 3 is 0. And then 1 multiplied by 2 to the power of 4 is 16. So if you sum this entire thing, what are you going to get? 20, right? So bitwise AND of 22 and 93 is 20. Similarly, you can go ahead and do for OR as well. So now 0 and 1 is going to be 1, 1 and 0 going to be 1, and so on, right? So to solve this, what we basically need to, let me go switch back. So in the permissions table, from this table called user permissions, so user permissions, what we basically need to do is return me bitwise AND. So there is a function already in this called bit AND, where you take the permissions column, and this should be aliased as whatever is required in our output. So this should be common permission, and then you also need to do bitwise OR on the permissions column, and this should be aliased as any perms. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So yeah, this is accepted. Our output is same as expected output. Let me go ahead and submit this to pass all the test cases. So yeah, this is accepted and this is our it. So not a difficult question. However, you need to firstly understand what bitwise and bitwise or operation mean, right? So you convert the numeric value into binary values, and then what you basically did was we used the bit and bit or functions to actually do that behind the scenes, and we got the answer. So yeah, this is how I do it. Let me know if there is a better, more efficient solution to solve this question. Let the solution be in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.